Greetings and salutations, good friends, and welcome to today's episode. Yesterday, I mentioned I was going to talk about some manga, but I would like to mention the following things first. Like, for instance, yesterday, regarding yesterday's video, I had just woken up the minute I recorded that video, so I'm very tired and very quiet and very sad in that video, and I apologize. Uh, Secondly, uh, I don't remember a second point. Oh, right. I changed up my mask. Good, no? I like it. It's easier to put on, despite it being now two pieces instead of one. I also changed out the mask part. I like it. Um, and now we are going to talk about the main juicy hamburger patty of today's video, which is the manga that I'm going to be talking about, which is Boku no Sumo wa Kanjo ga Nai, I think. And that translates to My Wife is Emotionless, or something along those lines, or My Girlfriend is Emotionless, something along those lines. Now, the setting is, I'm not sure if it takes place in the future, like 50 years from now, or it takes place in this, like, an alternate timeline where it's modern day, but they have androids. It doesn't really clarify, because the reason why I'm wondering is because the only thing that's high tech in the manga is the fact they have androids. Everything else is just like modern day society. So I'm unclear on whether or not it's actually takes place in the future. But there's definitely androids. And that's the whole focus of the thing, is that our main character, insert lonely bastard salaryman Takuma, recently bought a cooking android by the name of Mina. And one day he's really drunk, out of his mind. We can all relate. And in his lonely stupor, he asks the android, Mina, to marry him. She says yes, and he's like, doing drunk things. Completely, like, forgoes that and be like, oh, she just said that being nice, or her programming or whatever. And then she writes, like, a heart on his omurice, and he's like, this wasn't in the instruction manual. And so now Mina is looking up on the internet and various different other sources of information on what it means to be a wife, because she accepted, and she apparently took that offer, that order or question, very seriously. And Takuma's going along with it, and he falls in love with her. And as the manga progresses, you realize more and more that Mina might actually be in love with him, and it's not just like programming order, but she actually fell in love with him. It's very nice. When I was first going into this, I kind of got scared because they were going to do the classic Android bullshit where they're like, what does it mean to be actually human? Are we even human ourselves? And I was scared that they're going to be doing that. But luckily, they didn't. For better or for worse, maybe you like that kind of thing. I don't. I see it all the time in everything where there's even an Android mention, that question pops up. And it pisses me off. It's everywhere. Where there's an Android, there's that question lurking behind every corner. I wouldn't mind if they asked that question behind something that wasn't related to androids, but maybe like mutants, or no, they already did that with the X-Men. I don't know. It just seems like an overused question at this point. There's thousands upon thousands of different manga, like anime-related movies, books. There's dozens. I'm tired of it. I just wanted to. Well, I'm making out to be more that I hate it than I actually do. Whenever I see it, I'm just like, oh, it's one of these again. I don't actually hate it when it happens, but it's annoying, slightly. I digress. I got way too high on the topic. And, yeah. It's very sweet, very nice. I would say it's wholesome, but can you really call a manga wholesome where they almost have sex in the first chapter? I don't know. I don't know if you can. Anyways, they don't actually. They might later on. I don't know. Anyways, I wholeheartedly recommend it. If you can find it somewhere on the internet, buy it, read it. It's good stuff. Or maybe find some place online. Who knows? But super good. I really, really, really recommend it. I also can't see anything in these goggles because the air is being pushed up directly into my mask. This has been a long-standing problem, but I'm only addressing it now on how I can't actually see anything. when these goggles are on. Whenever I look for the stop recording button with the goggles on, it's a nightmare because I can't barely see the mouse. Anyways, in the future, I'm going to be talking about more manga, anime, visual novel goods, or maybe I won't do any of that at all. Maybe I'll just randomly stop doing this and start doing whatever the hell I want, or something else. I don't know. Write down in the comments if you have anything you want me to talk about, manga, like anime, niche, good, like related or otherwise. And I may or may not actually talk about it, depending on what it actually is. Anyways, I think it's going to do it for today's episode. Tomorrow's episode, I think I'm going to be talking about an anime. So I watched it today and I was like, wow. If this stays on in the pace, it might be very, very good. So I'm going to have to be watching more of that today to clarify whether or not it stays good or it was just a one episode exception. Anyways, I'll talk more about that tomorrow. I do hope you enjoyed it, and maybe perhaps check out tomorrow's episode. I plan on uploading daily, unless my house burns down, which may happen because things have a tendency to do that nowadays. Anyways, farewell.